Right on the button?
Yep,
Okay.
so we'll adjust accordingly.
Okay. Commissioner's Office requesting the board approve and execute the minutes for the meeting of May 30th, 2019.
Make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spillier.
Aye.
Commissioner Warren.
Aye. Morning, Adrian, how are you?
Doing well, and yourself?
Good, good.
Awesome. Today's financials include a transfer from the general fund to public assistance for our fourth quarter state fiscal year 2019 mandated share. Contracts from JFS to State of Ohio for security protection on their field tablets for public assistance employees. Among the vouchers are $47,231.44 from the Commissioner's Office to Richard L. Bone and Associates for our final payment in relation to the feasibility analysis. $65,949.80 from the Engineer's Office to Hivac Corp for a hydro jetter. $10,912 from JFS to Geauga ESC for April teen pregnancy prevention program services. There are $620.22 worth of vouchers submitted from juvenile court with GL dates that did not match today's date. There's $8,810 from maintenance to Environmental Protection System LLC for remodeling and cleanup work at the old coroner's office.
Okay. The $620.22 vouchers, so the GL dates, what does that mean?
In other words, that's the general ledger date in
Okay.
New World. Typically, they are the date at which we have these financial sessions.
Okay.
But these were dates that were dated other than today.
Okay.
So we had to manually add them into the,
So it's
into the
not
financials.
it was just a clerical type thing, or is that a?
This falls on to what we were talking about last week with the
Okay.
trying to pay some of this stuff outside of the financial session. We're still having
Okay.
discussions with them.
So wouldn't that be, a then and now, in those cases where the dates?
No, all the encumbrances were properly set up before the expenses in this
Okay.
case. They just are pushing the envelope as far as them being able to pay stuff from the courts outside of the financial session. And they're offering court orders to get us to pay stuff, and it's part of our process to pay those through the vehicle of our financial session, where it comes before you have
Right.
the opportunity to look at it, comment on it. We're still paying it, it's just they are pushing the,
Okay, so this is the second week in a row now that these have gone this route, then?
I believe so, yeah.
Do we have some last week? Okay, go over the last week.
It was last week.
And,
Yeah.
and what was this for, the 620?
These were payments to Omega Laboratories for drug testing.
Okay,
And LBL lithographers, which is, I think, Shetler Printing, and that just says materials and supplies.
Okay.
I think it was just office supplies.
Okay.
essentially. But it is, those two payments did come out of what they consider to be their special revenue funds,
Mhm.
which are outside the general fund. So I think that their stipulation is that only the things in the general fund need to go through a financial session, that they should be able to pay their special revenue funds as a live
with the court
department.
orders.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
But we really don't know what the money's actually being spent on.
Well, the fact that we still put it in financials and we still look at it gives us the opportunity to see what it is. If it was just going directly from the courts to the auditor's office, correct, we wouldn't really have the opportunity. Like there are some other live departments out there that submit their bills directly to the auditor's office and the auditor's office pays them. Those have traditionally been done that way. Some of the levy funds, like Metzenbaum, they're a live department. Some sheriff funds are live. So there are things out there, but we want to try and be as open as possible and keep things, in a public setting like this as much as possible. So we're
Yeah.
kind of pushing them back against this to try and keep things going through financial session.
okay.
Having the opportunity to scrutinize things and look at it.
All right, so we'll keep an eye on, any future of those submittals, right? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Get a motion to approve
So moved.
financials. Second?
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Comment, please. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Morning.
Good, how are you?
3 and 4, okay, great.
The probation department at this time is asking that you approve 3 of our grants, the intensive supervision, free trial, and PSI with the local match.
Make the motion on all 3 of those.
Second?
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Aye.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Morning. Hey, Dave. Hi, Dan.
Morning.
How are you guys?
Good, yourself?
Good, good.
What's the date?
Yes.
You want to do, okay.
We can probably do the first one.
Okay.
And skip to the.
Get hearing
and then
real
we'll
quick.
have to come back to
Okay.
all the rest.
Oh. You're always convoluting things. Why is that?
That's just the way we roll.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead there, Dave?
Okay, so number 5 is a request to refund a portion of a permit that was paid to the building department by one of the local fellows that's building. Is it Russell? Is he Russell?
I believe so.
And it's interesting, he was counseled by our building inspectors that he didn't need a permit, but he insisted on getting it out agricultural.
It's ensign
Yeah.
burden.
So I just wanted to point out that we issued it to him when he requested it, even though we counseled him that it wasn't necessary because it was an agricultural bill.
Okay.
And then within a couple of days, literally, he came back and then requested his money back.
Okay.
So we informed him that, we performed a plan review on it, and that he still needed to have electric for the structure.
I see.
So we're keeping that portion of it, and then the remaining balance is the 103.30 that you just see.
We spent time on it. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Chrissy, why don't you read that real quick?
The Department of Development building is requesting the board approve the refund of the unused portion of the permit fee paid to Geauga County by Cooper Sherman for agricultural building in the amount of $103.30, $264.18 paid minus review fee of $90 and electric fee of $70.88.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Okay, we're gonna jump to, the Commissioners holding a public hearing number 2 at 9:15 a.m. for the Community Development Block Grant 2019 Allocation Grant Program. How are you this morning?
Good.
Great. So any updates, news?
So today we're following up on the CDBG allocation project.
Hold on. I need a motion to waive the reading of the legal notice.
So moved.
Oh, okay. Second?
Commissioner Spudler.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Yeah, aye. Now we go. Okay.
All right, so we're following up today on our CDBG allocation project for the planning year 2019. On May 14th, the 10 eligible projects that were submitted to the Community and Economic Development Office were presented to the board. Geauga County is eligible for up to $284,000 in grant funds from the state, and that would be to fund 5 community development projects. The projects will span September 2019 through August 2021. After being reviewed both by the Community and Economic Development Office and the board, 5 projects were selected for the 2019 planning year. 3 alternative projects were also selected in the event that any of the 5 selected projects are not approved by the state. All 8 projects, along with the proposed administrative and fair housing costs to oversee the project administration, were published in the Geauga Maple Leaf on May 23rd and also posted on the county website for 2 weeks. The notice also included today's public hearing number 2 date, the location and time, with the contact information to submit written comments or to request accommodations for the public hearing. So the 5 selected projects include private rehabilitation for the Maple Leaf community residences. And I'd like to note that they had requested $68,400 in CDBG funds. Our office is recommending that we increase this award to $75,300. So this will ensure that The cost of the project is fully funded, especially if there's any changes to the project costs, such as installation, parts, permits, and that would increase the cost. So currently, the breakdown is $3,256.74 per fire suppression hood unit. So they're installing 21 fire suppression hood units in their homes, and they provide housing for persons with disabilities. We're requesting with that increase, that would take that up to $3,585.70 per unit. So with that increase, we would be able to fully request the $284,000 in award for 2019. If those additional funds are not needed by the project, we can then allocate it to another project. So it's ensuring that we get the full award and we can cover the project. It can be used for any other project if not needed. There were no changes to the other 4 projects that were selected. So parking facilities for the DDC clinic in the amount of $54,800 was selected. Also neighborhood facilities and community center for Women's Safe, $23,600 was the request. Public services for the Geauga County Department on Aging, totaling $40,700 was requested and selected. Parks and recreation facilities for the Geauga County Agricultural Society, totaling $32,800 was also a selected project. Also listed in that posting was our general administration funds, so $53,800 will be administered to our department to oversee those projects. $3,000 will be used for fair housing administration. The 3 alternate projects include fire protection facilities and equipment. For the Middlefield Fire Department, that was for the generator. $31,500 was requested. Public services for the Berkshire School District, that was the summer lunch program, $18,000 was requested. And public rehabilitation for the Village of Middlefield, totaling $10,000 for the ADU door kits, is our 3rd alternative project that was selected. Our office has not received any written comments pertaining to these 5 selected projects and also the 3 alternative projects for 2019. You know, if there are any questions about the projects.
Yeah, I think we have a good group, we narrowed it down. I know it's tough to pick some, one over the other, but I think we do have a.
Yeah, we had a lot of good requests this
Yeah.
year, so we were grateful for that.
Yeah,
And we'll keep this momentum going with information. I think it's important that we continue to let the community know at large what's available coming up on the next cycle.
Mhm.
So we'll start that information immediately.
And then I'll be
Townships.
speaking at the directors meeting
Yeah.
next week.
Talk with our directors.
Very good.
For their information, and we'll start working with the townships, with the trustees.
great. I
On
appreciate
that
it.
women's safe mold removal, where was the mold at?
So it's in their donation center.
Which is,
It's on their property. It's right behind their main building.
Separate.
so it's something that they're retaining, it's not like they're renting that from somebody, right?
That's right.
Okay.
So following this public hearing, the board will be asked to move to approve the 5 selected projects and 3 alternative projects. On June 11th, the board will be asked to move to approve the Geauga County CDBG PY 2019 application to state, which will include the 5 approved projects and the 3 alternative projects. Our office will then submit the application to state by 4 p.m. on June 14th.
Very good. Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta hand it, you guys handled this like fall asleep as far as, taking this on from, what it used, from where
Yeah.
Kelly used to handle it. It's nice to see that you guys did a good job, so thank you.
Thank you.
Is there
Congratulations to Jessica.
any questions or comments from anybody? No? Hearing none? Okay.
So to close the public hearing
At
at 9:22.
9:22. Very good.
So the Department of Development is requesting the board select the following projects for the Community Development Block Grant Plan Year 2019, as including Maple Lake Community Residences, $75,300, DDC Clinic for $54,800, Women's Safe Incorporated, $23,600, Geauga County Department on Aging, $40,700, Geauga County Agricultural Society, $32,800, General Administration and Fair Housing, for $53,800 and $3,000 under the funds available amount of up to $284,000. Your
So-
alternates will be included in your resolution.
Second.
Commissioner Spiller?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your hard work, jumping right in there. Yeah.
It's been
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
The training really helped, going down for that week, making the connections with our state representatives. They've been great at getting back to us and letting us know, that they're approving everything that we're doing and we're moving forward.
Very good. Great. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
Do
the
you-
next one.
Yes, you're going back to.
Right. Dan back there? No.
Dan's still there.
Okay.
So, while Dan comes up, I just have some comments. For some time, the building department has been planning the succession of our chief building official.
Yep.
Mike has been the chief building official for the county for nearly 36 years. He was hired in '82 and promoted in '83. He has successfully led the building department to meet the challenges that go along with all the residential and commercial growth that has taken place across the county for all these years. He is respected by his employees, his colleagues, and hundreds of contractors that have interacted with Mike over the years. His reputation as CBO is impeccable, and we are very grateful to Mike for his service to the county. Some time ago, he recognized the need for a succession plan, so the position of Assistant Chief Building Official was created. Subsequently, Dan Spada was hired as the Assistant Chief Building Official and has been working closely with Mike since then to learn the ropes for the CBO position. Recently, in the interest of continuity within the building department and putting him one step closer to retirement, Mike indicated to me he would be willing to step into the Assistant Building Official position and clear the way for Dan to take over. Dan has done an excellent job in the ABO position, not only assisting Mike with running the department, but handling his own responsibilities, which include residential and commercial inspections in the field, daily plan reviews in the office, and daily conversations with Mike on enforcing the Ohio Building Code while assisting contractors on hundreds of projects across the county. And just a couple of words on Dan's bio. Dan has over 26 years of government experience. He was 11 when he started working for the government. He has been the assistant building official for the Geauga County Building Department for the past 7 years. Prior to joining the county building department, Dan was the department head for the City of Richmond Heights Building, Housing, and Zoning Department, where he served in that capacity from '09 to 2012. He was an inspector for that department as well as multi-trades labor for the city service department while he went to school. Dan has an Associate of Applied Science degree in civil engineering along with state certifications as a building official, residential building official, building inspector, electrical safety inspector, and plumbing inspector. He is also a certified FEMA certified floodplain manager and an International Code Council disaster response inspector. So it's my purpose here today, first of all, to thank Mike for his service. Unfortunately, with his schedule, he couldn't be here today. He's out of the state. And then to gain this board's approval to promote Dan to the CBO position and approve Mike's assignment to that position. We also have some other action that has to be taken in that regard. So, I think the first order of business is that we were asking to make the assistant building official position a part-time position of 32 hours.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spiller?
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Thank you. The second action is requesting that the board approve the appointment of Dan Spada to the position of chief building official, and that is job code 1101 at the rate of $43.39 per hour for E17 step 9.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Mr. Spudler.
Aye.
Mr. Lemon.
Yes. Thank you.
The third motion is requesting the board to approve the reclassification and appoint Mike Mahallison to the position of Assistant Chief Building Official at that rate of $41.08, grade E15.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Mr. Spudler.
Aye.
Mr. Lemon.
Yes.
And then the final motion is to request the board to acknowledge that these staff appointments are placed in the unclassified service pursuant to ORC 124.11 AB3B and will provide unclassified service explanation and an acknowledgement form.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Mr. Spudler.
Aye.
Mr. Lemon.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yep, I just wanted to thank you for the opportunity.
No,
Absolutely.
It's an honor to work in the community that you live and
Yeah.
represent the county here, so
Yeah.
appreciate it, thank you.
Well, you've done a fantastic job of, coming up and learning the ropes and, I think you're prepared to take over and, again, having that ability to work with Mike and he is well respected amongst all the contractors, that's for sure. And it's nice to work with somebody as you're getting that education too, that will help you,
It's big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
It's great we could do this through a
Yeah.
transaction.
And it's, if you look back over the last, 2-3 years since I've been here, there has been a lot of, change, a lot of the kind of the old guard of
Yeah.
retired and but being prepared for that with a succession plan is important, and that's really, we've been talking to Jerry about making sure that all the directors are thinking of that, and bringing the next group up. And so, again, Dave, I appreciate your efforts in this, and Jerry.
No,
and,
not at all. Good news is the numbers in the building department are up too, permits are up.
Yeah, I know you guys have been busy, and it's, that's a hard position to fill. There's not a lot of experienced
That's the other
inspectors
thing.
out there. They're not falling out of trees, so
Yeah.
we're lucky to have you and Mike and,
Yep.
and all the guys in your department. So, again, thank you.
Thanks for your
Thank you.
support.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yep. Now for
Okay.
the bad news.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
What was that?
This is it now for the bad news.
Yeah. Okay, where are we? 10, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
This
What do
is
you got?
To get a fire monitoring system in the next step building down there at the
Oh,
county
yeah.
home. So this will be monitored down there, so we'll have people in there.
Yeah.
We just need to get this up and
Oh,
going.
I'm sorry. Just one of you.
And it's not to exceed 20,000.
Correct.
So I'll make that motion.
Second? Okay.
Mr. Spudler.
Aye.
Mr. Lemon.
Yes.
Sign.
How many people are operating out of there right now, roughly?
Roughly, there's probably about 8 to 10 kids in there.
Okay.
I don't get down there much, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Anytime I'm down there, I don't wanna call them kids, because
No.
they're young adults.
Right.
So
they're-
out of there.
Last time I talked to Andrea, she said she's full.
Full? Yeah.
Yeah.
So she can't take anybody else in right now.
Okay. And there was no fire monitoring system in there?
No, we have battery operated
Okay.
smoke detectors
Okay.
and everything.
Okay.
With that being an old building and everything, we really need to step that up.
I know there was some talk of maybe, expanding potentially into the county home. Is that a possibility or not? Or-
Andrea expressed an interest in it. I haven't had discussions with her to find
Okay.
out exactly what she's thinking and what the biggest thing would be what would be the additional cost to bring the county home up to
Right.
standards.
And then operating there?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is it's gonna be considered to be a public building now.
Right.
It's need an elevator, and that's a huge expense. that we
Yeah.
don't necessarily want to take on at this point in time.
Right.
So. But I haven't had those discussions with her. I've been trying to get, get a meeting together with her
Okay.
to discuss what she's looking at.
Okay,
Thank you.
excellent. And then number 11?
Number 11's for Christian Rose, for summer help. He got back from college and been looking for a job, and he talked to me, so this will bring our third summer help. So this will really help us get a lot of projects done and get our yard and everything up to good stuff. So the last couple of weeks, we pulled our summer help out in the building too.
Mm-hmm.
So they're great for doing small stuff and getting it all done and everything. He is an Eagle Scout, so I think he's got that motivation and everything. So with the two that we have, they're really great. So they don't come in and sit around, which is great to see. So
Are they high school or college age?
these all.
Are they
Genesis just graduated high school, so
Mhm.
she's on her way to college, and these other two are college.
But they're old enough to,
Yes.
they're over 18?
Yes.
Yeah.
18 and above.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spillier.
Aye.
Commissioner Lennon.
Right. Great, thanks, Greg.
Yep. Y'all have a
Thank
good day.
Appreciate it. Okay. So, we're gonna jump down to 13, correct? Yep. So we have some resolutions honoring Eagle Scouts. And I don't know, do we have any representatives today here? No?
No.
Okay.
Their Court of Honor is this weekend. This was a kind of a last minute request that we got from them. Their Court of Honor is this weekend, it's Sunday at 3 at the Valley Presbyterian Church in Bay Bridge.
Okay.
These are all from the same troop, Troop 102 in Bainbridge Township. Hunter Gibbons' project was created a Veterans Memorial at the Shadyside Cemetery in Auburn Township. Michael Williams made benches and then placed them along a trail in Canyon Lakes in Bainbridge Township. Michael Bach painted and did remodeling at the River of Life Church in Auburn Township. And then Ethan Krause's project was he did outdoor games for the park district.
Excellent. Okay. What's the best way to handle that? Do you want to?
We just
Read those?
one all together.
Yes.
The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute Resolution number 19-63 honoring Hunter Gibbons, Resolution number 19-064 honoring Michael Williams, number 19065 honoring Michael Bach, and number 19066 honoring Ethan Krause on achieving the rank of Eagle Scout, the highest honor bestowed upon a Boy Scout.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Spillier.
Aye.
Commissioner Warren.
Aye.
It's nice to see we still get guys doing that.
Yeah.
Going through that.
I have one question while you guys are signing. On Wednesday, there is an archive meeting this week at noon in Building 8 here in Chardon. Ralph is technically the alternate to that because Jim's on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't go, Jerry's unable to go. If you can't go,
I can go.
You can go tomorrow,
Mhm.
I mean Wednesday?
Yep.
Perfect. Perfect, I know, okay, now.
So we're not meeting at solid waste this Wednesday, right?
Nope, it's Monday.
Monday, okay.
Monday and Tuesday are pretty busy next week.
Okay.
Yep, we have planning commission next Tuesday morning, 7:30. I don't know, do we have, I'm sure we're gonna be reviewing the comprehensive plan consultant selections, right? I know they've been working
I
on
haven't
that.
seen anything on what the plan is for that session.
Okay.
I would assume based off of the last meeting being the
Right.
the meeting with them.
And then the new director, she did accept our, have you heard anything about that?
Last I heard, she's starting June 24th.
Okay, good. Very good. And we'll make that announcement official, I guess. I think she was, not wanting to maybe publicly say that until it was
Right.
some things at work.
I believe that all the pre-employment conditions have been met, so she's.
Okay, very good. Other than that, that's it. Any other comments, questions, discussion? No? Hearing none, motion to adjourn,
Second that.
9:40.
Let's go.